What's good, guys, and welcome to today's video. We're starting off where we left off in yesterday's, and I have Harvey with me. Hey Harvey.
What's up?
What's up? And we are going over everything on the Miata to try and work out our parts list for all the fabrication that's going down. Is this a little bit more involved than you first initially thought?
It's a little involved, but it's nothing we can't handle.
That's right. That's my guy. So the game plan is, obviously, we've got the new turbo there. We've just kind of been mocking things up to work out all the angles and bends and different types of parts that we're going to need to make this work. The biggest issue that I would say that we've noticed is the tile wastegate. It's a bit of a big boy. The profile of this gate is pretty thick. For a 44mm gate, I was really surprised when this rocked up just how big it was, but just space-wise, like, this is just gonna be really hard. We're gonna try and maybe do something over here with it, but we may look at switching out for a turbo smart option, something that's a little bit less of a bigger profile. This is totally fine and this would work no problems whatsoever, but just space is a big issue with this, as you guys can see. So yeah. We'll figure that out tomorrow, but yeah, we're gonna go pick up all the parts that we need tomorrow morning from Havoc, and then we'll drop this thing off in Harvey's good, capable hands. We'll give you guys some montages and some cool updates and that in the next couple days as he gets everything polished up. But yeah, this thing's gonna look sick. Are you excited?
I'm excited, man.
Yeah?
More than ever.
Can you believe that that thing in your hand is like capable of 500
Yeah,
horsepower?
I mean, I'm looking at the inlet even, man. It looks so small, but 500, man. I'm sure it packs a punch.
That's flywheel, obviously. We're not talking wheel horsepower. But yeah, this thing's
technology
gonna rip.
these days, man.
Yeah, it's insane.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
So cool. So yeah, we've kind of mocked everything up. I've got my list, and we're probably going to be changing to a Turbo Smart, which I'm kind of happy about because, you know, Australian bros.
There you go.
Yeah, right. Turbo Smart's made in Australia. All right, so our mess of all these parts and stuff, we'll figure it all out, and we'll go from there. So time warping ahead, as you can see, I have the Miata now on the trailer. I spent a bunch of time going back home, grabbing the truck and trailer, bringing it back, loading up the Miata and getting everything packed up for Harvey tomorrow. My goal is to try and get this thing to Havoc at 9 AM, get all the parts we need and get this thing to Harvey's workshop, hopefully by 9:30, latest 10. That way we can get it to him as early as we can and he can get started on this, and hopefully we can get it smashed out in 1 to 2 days. There's a lot of work that needs to be done though. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the morning, I guess.
Nudge.
So it is bright and early, and as you saw, we just unloaded the Miata at Harvey's shop here, Hutch's Welding. Yeah, I really like that logo. It looks good. That just maybe the mint green or whatever it's called. So we got all of our parts hoard here from Havoc. We got pretty much everything we needed except one 180, which Harvey thinks he has lying around the shop. But I wanted to show you guys the size comparison between these two wastegates. And I'm not saying like one brand's better than the other or anything like that. It's just this is what's going to be better for my application. Turbo Smart's renowned for making things that flow really, really good in small profiles. So this is their 40mm gate, this little guy here, compared to the Tile 44mm gate. You can see that there's a massive size difference here, especially when it comes to just trying to fabricate stuff and make things work. Now, yes, of course, this is a little bit bigger, but Turbo Smart claims that this flows just as good as the next level up in tile. So like if this is a 44, right? This should flow, this is a 40, this should flow almost as good as a 50, which is insane, just the way that they designed the valve and everything like that. So this thing should be more than enough for what we need. We're not running crazy boost levels, but yeah, pretty pumped. We got some Australian parts going on this thing, and as you can see, it's the Compgate 40 as well. So yeah, this is now going on the Miata. This is probably going to get sent back to the supplier. But yeah, there you go. Personally, like, I don't really care which gate we use. I like Tile, I like Turbo Smart, but obviously depending on your application, you need to pick and choose what you can and can't use. And in this case, we went with Turbo Smart. We got some different spring options and everything that we need in there as well. All the adapters and little V-band clamps, all here. Everything comes pretty much in the box for you to be able to set this up and go. It's the same as the Tile, so they're both pretty much identical in that aspect. And then yeah, we got all our little odds and ends and pieces for intercooler piping that needs to get mocked up, the wastegate piping. We got our reducer in here somewhere for the manifold and the V. Oh, it's probably in this actually. Hang on, let's tip out our hoard. There it is. So we got reducer for the manifold and things like that to go back to the turbo, because we got to reduce this to a smaller size for the V-band inlet on the turbo. So we got lots of stuff to get done, but that's why Harvey's here and he's the man. He's setting up right now. So what I'm going to probably do is go head out for a little bit, get some breakfast, let this guy kind of set up, and then we'll come back later on in the day and go over everything and see where he's at and if he needs any help with anything. Just finished doing all of my running around and chores, and we're finally back at Harvey's workshop. So we can see how oh, it's on the hoist. Hell yeah, he's getting some work done. Managed to finally grab myself a coffee too. I have not had a coffee all day or breakfast for that matter. So I was not feeling the best, that's for sure. But for now, let's get in there and see what Harvey's up to. So Harvey has not been sleeping at all. He's already got stuff mocked up. He's even already got the V-band tacked onto the manifold down there and the turbo's sitting flush, and he's already figuring everything out. And luckily, things are looking a lot easier than we first anticipated, right?
Yeah, man, a lot easier.
Oh, man.
It's tight, but somehow we make room.
Yeah, that's it. So, so do you want to run us through, like, what's your game plan here? Like, where do you think stuff's going to all fit? Just kind of lay it all out.
Yeah, so obviously we got the turbo tacked up, and that's in a pretty decent spot. The downpipe actually looks like it's going to fit pretty well. Just need to extend it over here.
Yeah.
And I was playing with the wastegate. We can kind of show you where that's going. So I'm hoping we can get the wastegate in this area.
Okay.
And then it'll just come right out of the manifold. The collector here will poke a hole and kind of guide it, and then we'll have the wastegate dump just going
straight down.
Following the downpipe.
Yep.
Just kind of aiming out in that direction.
Hell yeah. Well, it looks like we got really lucky with that downpipe you made last for the last turbo, so.
Yeah, funny how that works out, actually.
It's so good.
Yeah, we were able to position that, you know, kind of tucked back and away, but that gave us room for the wastegate dump, so.
Yeah, worked out really well.
Always, man.
Hell yeah. Man, I still can't get over how tiny this thing is. It literally looks smaller than the other turbo that was on there, but
yeah,
it's
I mean,
insane.
I'm sure Garrett knows what they're doing, and if you engineer it properly, bigger's not always better, as long as it's
bigger's not always
figured out right.
Yeah, I'm so excited to set this thing up. Man, this would be insane. So hopefully by Friday, maybe on the weekend or Monday, I'll have this thing dynoed.
Cool, man.
It's going to be very cool.
A couple days and let you button it up.
Yeah. I think I'm going to have to get some heat shielding just for this radiator hose here. I'm a bit worried about that.
Yeah.
Just put some sleeving over that, because that's going to be right next to this hot manifold. But yeah, now we've got all the clearance we need for AC and power steering, so we ain't going to have any more problems with that.
How much power are you hoping to make?
My goal is on 93 220 and E85 300. This thing's going to be capable of way more, but drivetrain wise and reliability for the winter, I want to make sure it's going to be super reliable. And 300 in a chassis like this,
I was just going to say,
power to weight, like,
so
it's,
what's the weight of this thing?
I don't know, something stupid.
Yeah, light.
Light, yeah. So that, you know, like
300 might feel like 500.
exactly.
Yeah,
So
cool.
I mean, even where it was at with the old turbo, I just had a break-in tune at 180. It felt like night and day. It was insane.
That's
so
awesome.
200 in these feels really good. So yeah, all right, let's get to it. Harvey has been making a ton of progress, and he's currently right now doing the final welds, the V-band flange, and everything for the wastegate as well. I can't get over this new helmet he's got. Look at this thing. Looks like something out of anime. It's kind of cool. Or something else, if you know what I mean. So Harvey's been smashing this thing out, and you probably saw in like the montage and everything, but things are coming together really, really well. It's going to test fit up everything, make sure the wastegate's in the right spot now, and then finish laying some dimes on that, and then I guess, I don't know, what else is there left to do? Intercooler.
Intercooler piping, yeah.
Man.
And then maybe a little heat shield.
Oh yeah, that's right. We need that heat shield, that's for sure.
Melt all that.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think the longest part about like fabricating is probably the constant back and forth. Would you agree?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of test fitting, but I mean, you want it to be right. You don't want to weld it up and install it and then got to cut it off and redo it.
Exactly, right.
I'd rather take the extra time, you know, fitting and unfitting rather than having to cut up, you know, a good job and having to start over. So
Measure 3 times, cut once, right?
measure 10 times.
10
I have to
times.
Test fit 10 times. Like, if there's any doubt in my mind, I'll check it again.
Yeah.
Like I said, I only want to weld it once.
That's right. And it would be so much more time consuming to then have to break the welds, cut it again, go again. Exactly.
Once it's done, you're cutting it off, you're hacking it off, you're not going to get it, you know,
The way you want it.
back to perfect. And
I have to admit, like, even the beads and the dimes that you've put on there already are looking pretty amazing. This thing looks so good. Making a, I don't know, maybe a $200, $300 manifold look like a $2,000 manifold.
man.
Well, if we just ignore this part.
Yeah, we'll just blur that out. Concentrate on that top. Good.
Concentrate on dimes like
That's
this
it.
if the Canon wants to focus. Come on, buddy. There it goes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Concentrate on the good stuff. Don't
That's
worry
right.
about it. That's not my work.
Harvey absolutely killed it on the screamer dump. The bell mouth there, look at that. It literally flows with the chassis and it just tucks out right there. This thing is gonna sound so good. Have you ever worked on like Miatas like this before, dude?
Nah, never.
Never?
Nah.
I'm seriously like falling in love with this thing so much. I didn't even care if this goes over budget. Like, I'm literally like, this is so cool. And it's not even my car, it's kind of sad.
I know, right? Put all this love into it and hate to see it go.
It's so weird, I'm actually getting like...
Get a Miata and then we can do some more.
Yeah, we'll do another one. Yeah, all right. Maybe a 350Z, I don't know. Have you ever done twins on a 350?
I haven't done that twin.
I was thinking like rear mount twins on a 350, like in this area.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty cool. I don't know.
I've installed an APS kit back when
Really?
it first came out, yeah.
That would be sick.
Yeah, it was a big pain in the ass, pull the motor. There's no room, it's just like a 300ZX.
Pretty much all Z's are like that, right?
Yeah, they try to cram that V6 motor in there. But,
I seriously can't get over this. It looks so good.
I love it, man. I love the week now.
So a lot of the stuff is still all tacked up. Tomorrow morning, Harvey's going to sit down with his air-conditioned helmet and AC helmet and smash out all the welds on that, and then we'll get on to intake piping and the intercooler stuff. So this thing is coming together so well, and it's quick too. Like, this will be done hopefully tomorrow. You reckon it's pretty safe to say that by tomorrow this thing will be done?
Yeah, I think we put in some good time on it. We'll be ready to roll tomorrow.
Hell yeah. I'm so excited. This thing, it's insane, like once you have everything, just how quickly everything comes together. I've been waiting for parts for like 3 weeks now, and finally it's all here.
You're like, oh, tomorrow or the next week's supposed to be getting turbo.
Yeah.
And, so.
And then it was like 2 weeks later after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what's up? It's coming. All right.
It always happens. Waiting for parts suck. But
Waiting for parts, man.
Harvey, you killed it today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
And once again, yeah, if you guys need any welding stuff done, we'll be back here again with Harvey tomorrow, finishing this up. And if you guys need anything, you know who to contact. Link in the description. It was literally pouring with rain for the majority of today, and now look at that. Like, the camera can't even deal with it. Florida, man, it's mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing, the weather here. I've never lived in a place where it can literally be like full-blown storm like that and heavy rain. Like, I ducked outside for a few clips for the montage of like the rain for slow-mo and things like that, and I got drenched, and I was only outside. I wasn't even outside for a minute. It's honestly nuts. Anyways, I'm gonna head back to the house, start editing this video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm starving. I haven't eaten lunch yet, and it's like 6 p.m, so we need to get some food in this thing. Honestly, I couldn't think of a better thing to eat for lunch/dinner than Jimmy John's. Let's eat, boys. Literally can't go wrong with this. And it kind of feels healthy eating this too. So back at the shop now, and perfect time to wrap up this video before I devour my lunch, but I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I definitely loved it. I learned a lot. Always watching over Harvey's shoulders. It's so cool, like seeing how he does things and just all the effort he puts in to make sure everything comes out perfect. And I have to say, it is looking incredible. I cannot wait to see the absolute final product, start to drive it, put it on the dyno and all that kind of stuff. There's still a few little tiny things that we obviously need to touch up on. We need to put fenders back on, bumpers and all that kind of stuff, but it's getting there, and it's finally getting to the point now where I wanted it to be a month ago. So these things happen. Hope you guys enjoyed the journey, and I'll catch you all in tomorrow's video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace out. Jamata.